Live. Sorry for the delays. I don't know what's going on. Wow, it says I'm still live here, and that's... well, I got a disaster going on here at the moment. But anyway, hope everybody's good. I don't know why that seemed like it started the live while I was still clicking things, but whatever. We're here. And hopefully, we're not backwards, I hope. I don't know. What's going on? Man, you guys are awesome. You guys all turned up. How's everything sound? First of all. Hold on, I got like meters and stuff. Everything looks like it's all right. I got like this little guy. And yeah, I think we're good. I think. Sorry, I'm still working out some kinks here. So I'm gonna have to look away just a little bit. I hate doing that. But I gotta get this set to where I can see comments and stuff. But anyway, you guys are awesome. You're all here. KK's here. Says reading a horror book and waiting for the show. Right on. What's up, KK? Says love it when we see Jeff with his daughter. Sending love. Me and my wife and my son, of course. Our dog Rottweiler. Well, thank you, KK. I appreciate that. Right on. Francisco says I'm waiting too. Paul says anxiously awaiting. Will Jeff be righty or a lefty? The suspense is almost unbearable. Well, what did we do so far? Where are we at here? You tell me. Are we righty or a lefty? I don't know. I'm not sure I'm not sure yet. I'm still working out kinks. Robert says, pretty cold here today. Have a dusting of snow on the ground with a temp of 23. Feels like 2 with a 16-mile-an-hour wind. Well, Robert, you are quite a bit warmer than we are right now. When I got up, it was 4 below. 4 below 0 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's cold. Now we're a degree or 2 above 0. So, yeah, it's pretty chilly. Francisco, hey, Robert, Dominican Republic, 82 degrees. Woo! That's a beautiful day right there. Harry Dude's here. Harry Dudes, what's up? How are we all? Harry Dude, I think we're doing all right. How are you doing? We're cold here, but hope you're doing good. Hope you're probably nice and toasty down there. Robert says, Francisco, yeah, good thing I don't mind the cold. Harry Dude, oh man. Harry Dude says, Jeff's got a lot of catching up to do before I even start. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Right on. That is cool. Yeah, so I had, and then I left that comment there. I brought everything out here. I got the laptop connected to the camera, and I got everything. You know, I tested this thing for like 3 hours yesterday. I just let it run, in a test stream to make sure that the camera wasn't going to overheat and everything was going to stay connected, and everything seemed fine. I got the audio issues worked out, hopefully, but everything was fine. So I shut everything down. This morning I came out here, earlier, with enough time to get everything set, and then turned everything on, plugged it in, and then of course, when I was getting ready to start, the camera said, nope, you need to do an update. But you couldn't have done that yesterday? I mean, I was on for 3 hours yesterday. You could have updated then. And then the GoPro froze. Right now I'm using a GoPro. I'm going to experiment with some different things, but for now I'm using a GoPro just to see how things work. But it froze. Again, I'm not at all happy with GoPros. My own experience, but at the worst times, it seems like it'll freeze, the batteries will die, whatever it is. I had to completely take it out of the case to pull the battery and restart it. So now we're back in luck. And then once I started everything, it was buffering like crazy after I tested it yesterday. So I had to change a couple of settings really quick and try to eliminate that. So I'm going to need all of your help in getting things kind of fine-tuned a little bit, kind of as we go. I'm going to get caught up on comments here, and then we'll see where we're at. Dasherly Dave, sup all? Mike Johnson's here. Morning, folks. Harry Dude says, and he's actually the right or left way around. Yeah, see, this is what's strange. I don't know why, but on the GoPro, it looks fine. Just like it always did to me. but on the preview on the laptop, it looks switched. So I don't know. I don't know why. I did check all of that yesterday when I was testing and everything, holding up words and things just for you guys, just to make sure that you didn't have to look at things backwards. So you know what that means? I can't do that backwards. Oh no. Haha. How about that? Let's see. Mike says, all okay. Definitely, Dave, STP is going the right way. Oh yeah, I didn't cover any of that. Robert says, yeah, it's looking correct today. Sounds okay. Right on. Time Surfing says, wowzers. Welcome to the forward dimension. Mike says, a little fisheye on the camera, but okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I could probably switch this to a narrower setting on the GoPro and probably get rid of that. One thing I want your all feedback on this, okay? Audio. First off, remember I was talking about I had audio issues, and right now I'm just using a wired lapel mic. I did have to get a TRS to TRRS adapter that fixed all the connection issues I was having. So now I can plug in the microphone or whatever. I tested it also with my wireless. Everything seems to work as long as I use that adapter. One thing that I really want to hear from you on is the audio sync, right? Does everything look okay with what you're hearing and seeing? I spent a lot of time yesterday trying to adjust any offset in the live. But I guess you don't really, you can test all you want, but until you just go for it, I don't really know, exactly how it is. So I want to hear from you guys. If something's not right, let me know, and we can make adjustments and kind of fine tune as we go here for these live streams. And this is also, I'm going to say, not my original or not my final setup. This is just to get rolling, just to get things working here. So don't, if something doesn't look right or sound right, please don't hesitate to let me know. I welcome all of that as I want to adjust and fix anything that you might be seeing to make this the best, or at least the most enjoyable to watch and listen to. So let's see. And Nicola here says ciao from Italy. Well, while sanding a couple of necks. Well, really? That's what I'm working on. I am sanding a couple of necks. Let's just jump right in, and I'll just keep working on catching up with the sound, or with the comments. The Epiphone neck. Ooh, I kind of like this because I got a lot more field of view here. And also I want to apologize too for looking away. I've got to look away for the comments, and there's a preview monitor there. I've got a couple other things that I'm going to do that'll fix that. But anyway, here's where we're at on the neck. This is the replacement neck for the Epiphone. Got it all fretted, and now we're in the sanding process. I got my fret sanding or carving buck here. Also, and I'm working on another neck. I think I mentioned this before. This one is cool. Mahogany, maple. And this one's for a customer, which is going to be pretty awesome. This one I spent like 2 hours sanding yesterday. They're basically the same necks, but this one's, like I said, this one is a commission, and it's coming along really well. A little bit more sanding to do, but it's very close right now. Very close. I think we're at 320. I'm going to sand at least 400, probably maybe even 600. We'll see, but this one's almost ready to go. So that's where I'm at, working on necks. And then, of course, it's freezing cold, so now it's a little bit harder to do. Let's see. Paul says, we can read your stuff. What did you do? Paul, we got a entirely different live stream setup going on here. I am streaming through OBS right now, instead of this thing. Of course, I've got this ready to go just in case we encounter an issue. But yeah, I got a whole different thing set up here. Got the GoPro. We're using the GoPro to stream. We got audio. We got a little lapel mic here. We are hooked up. Literally, GoPro hooked up to the computer, which is hooked up to the thing and to the other stuff. And Yes, we're working on it. We're trying to improve. Or I want this to be better for all of you. And you know what? I haven't gotten into a lot of it yet, but, oh, you know, I just noticed I can like turn on and off different things. Like the little logo in the bottom. No, actually, it's over here. See, look. Now it's off. And now it's on. I can do stuff like that. And like, I can turn it off and I can put, oh, now it's over here. Right there. I can do it like all kinds of different things. And let's check this out. I haven't tried this yet. I'm not going to leave this on here, but I did play around with, look, I can put the chat up there on the screen. I can't read that. So I decided that this is probably not, I keep pointing to the, that's weird. So we've got the chat box here, which if I could read it, I kind of like, but I can't. So turn that off. So yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do in here. You can change, if I had a second camera hooked up, we could switch camera scenes. Well, actually I could still do that anyway. I could switch to like, I could zoom in the GoPro, you know, crop the image. There's all sorts of stuff that I haven't really quite dug into yet, but we'll get there. Harry Dude says definitely looks different. Got some sort of lens on the camera. Everything's a little curved. Yeah, that's probably just the default GoPro lens. You know, they got that fisheye deal. And I probably, if it wasn't already live, I would go in and change that setting. And you can get rid of that if I go to a narrower setting. So I can see it now on the curved, or on the preview. I didn't notice it so much yesterday when I was testing it. Probably because I didn't test it in this exact spot. So yeah, I can see it there, and we'll get that changed. I'll switch it to a different setting next time around. Mike says audio is great. Time Surfing says audio is really close. Mike says sync is perfect. Dastardly Dave says clap a few times. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Dastardly Dave says audio seems synced. Oh, I just read that. Paul says working correctly. You have a reddish hue. I can see that a little bit. I need to do a little bit of color correction. It doesn't look that way on the camera screen, but I can see it here. I got to figure that out. So let's see. Paul says, for some reason, you're left-handed now. Woohoo! Yay! But you know what else I figured out? I could do, again, I don't want to do the mess around too much because I got to like keep looking away. But I can do, let's see here, transform, flip horizontal. Oh, look, see, there. Now it's backwards. No, we're leaving it that way. Sorry, you should have seen me yesterday when I was setting all this up, playing around with all these things. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Here it says, video's a little jumpy. Audio sounds fine, tiniest bit out of sync. Make a clapper like in the movies. Multi-track, record the camera audio and mic. Work out the delay. I probably should record this whole stream. Because it's really easy to adjust the delay. Can anybody tell if the audio is ahead or if it's a little bit behind? I think the audio is a little bit ahead, if I had to guess, because that's what I was trying to determine yesterday. Robert says sync is close, at least. Not noticing it out of phase. The lens is not far off either. Fish is minor. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know, Harry Dude, exactly how. I almost think I'd have to record the stream. Maybe I can go back and look at it when it's live, or the live preview. I don't know. This whole this whole episode might be just troubleshooting. So let me see here. I can go in. I can go in here, and I can add. Let me just change this. Let me add the delay just a little bit. There. I made just a tiny change to delay the audio just a little more. So if you notice that now the audio is behind, then I need to go the other way. I kind of like this though, but there's almost too many options. I mean, it's going to be cool once we get it all sorted out. Time Surfer says, look, I can turn it on and off. Yeah, I can. Boom, there, that's on. So a lot of those big streamers have all these things connected to like the Stream Deck or something, so you can just like do stuff. You know, you just have this little keypad deal, and you're just hitting things, which would be kind of neat actually. Now that I'm seeing. KK says 14 watching, only 2 likes. Where are you? Yeah, right on. Hit that thumbs up button, and also please keep the feedback coming as I make adjustments and we make improvements to these live streams. Mike asks, what software are you using now? Mike, I'm using OBS, which I believe is Open Broadcaster or something like that. Seems to be working really well. You can do a lot of different things, and it's so far working okay. I just got to learn some more of the ins and outs. Dave says, clap sync looked great. Okay, good. Corey says, all you have to do is go into the menu for the GoPro and select a natural color for the video. Yes, on the camera itself. Yes, I could go in and do that. Is that what you're talking about, or you're talking about in OBS? Because I believe in the camera I know how to do that. I can go in and change it. But I almost think you can, actually. I almost think you can do that right in OBS. I haven't tried that, actually. Well, there's all kinds of colors. How does one do this? I'm going to have to play with that. I don't want to learn it all live, but some of this I'm going to have to learn live, I believe. Oh, there it is. So I wonder what that would be. Let's see here. What does this do? So we were at 0. That's the hue shift. Ooh, that might. How's that? Is that any better? Can you guys see that? That was the hue shift. Okay, close. Is that better? It almost looks maybe a little better. Anyway, guys, I do want to apologize because, like I said, I didn't intend to have to learn or to spend a bunch of time learning, but I'm finding now that we're actually live is different than testing. So we're live testing. So I hope you guys understand, and it won't always be like this. Robert says, got a haircut yesterday, went from pretty much a shaggy dog back to almost human again. I did too a few days ago. Just got trimmed up a little bit. Donna's here. Donna says, whoa, bigger screen. Good morning. Yeah, Donna, we're trying to make some improvements here. So hopefully there's improvements. I got a few things to learn yet, but we're getting there. True Sound Studios is here. Says, what's up, Jeff Phil? What's going on, man? How are you doing? Dave says, you touched it. Clap again. Touched what? Oh, clap again. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Sempak and Rick's here. Says, good morning, Jeff and friends. Rick, what's going on? Phil, True Sound. Audio. I need any impressions for audio right now. I've been making changes to the live stream. Audio guy. I know we're going through live and networks and all that stuff, but how does everything sound at the moment as far as audio? Lapel mic, that sort of thing. Any ideas? I welcome any and all feedback. Robert says, got 3 likes showing up on my computer display here. Paul says, when you hit 100K, you too can afford to buy all the expensive live tools to fill your shop. Yes, because that 100K actually means you earned a lot of money. Earned a lot of money. I don't think that's how that works, but I wish. It's going to be a slow process, honestly, because none of that stuff is cheap, right? And there's a few things that I've already picked out that I want to get, and it's going to be just kind of one thing at a time sort of deal. There is a it's actually like a teleprompter thing that is made to go over your camera, and then when you connect it to your camera or to your computer, you can use that as almost a second screen. So you drag the comments window right up there to that teleprompter, and then all your comments are popping up right there, so you can read everything, which I think would be awesome, so I don't have to look down at the comments. But there's all kinds of things, different setups and stuff that I want to eventually maybe try to use. I don't know if a GoPro is the ultimate, or I don't think a GoPro is the ultimate live stream camera, but I mean, so far it seems to work pretty good. The picture quality is pretty decent, and yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a work in progress. Paul, yeah, and empty your pockets. Yeah, absolutely. KK. Of course, this is for the GoPro. Rick says, I think I know what you're talking about, but the feed and the picture looks different. Looks good to me. Yeah, Rick, I'm using a different camera now for the live streams. We're just trying to step the game up, but I got to learn and figure out some things. Paul says, I mean, it's not like you have room for the silver play button at the moment. Yeah, where are we going to put it? We're not there yet, but I don't know. Maybe up here. Maybe I'll move some stuff. I don't know. It'll just sit out here and get covered in dust. Robert says, color on my screen looks good here, just a tiny bit hot. Mike says, yeah, we can see you going to yellow-orange. Is it a better color now, or did I go too far or not far enough? Donna, bam, thumbs up. Cheers, everyone. Coffee. Especially today. True Sound. Phil says, I'm cold. Dude, me too. 4 below this morning here. It's kind of chilly. I had to leave the heat running. I started it up at like 6 o'clock in the morning out here so that it could at least warm up a bit. I got those little foot warmer, you know, those hand warmer things. They make them for your feet. I've got those in my shoes. Time Servant says, oh, I missed the first half. Oh wait, hold on here. This is weird. When I scroll on the comments, it jumps a bunch, so I lose my spot. Time Servant says, darn, I missed the unveiling. When did you pull the blue tape off, Craftsman? I don't know, 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Dave says, I'd put the sync back to what it was. You're so darn close. Okay, so put it back. Fair enough. I'm going to do that. There, it's back to where it was when we first started. So, True Sound says, sounds good. Lapel mics are always awesome for presentations. He says, I missed the first half of the show, so don't know what you were talking about before I got here. Really, I just been talking about, I'm changing the live stream setup. I'm using a different camera, kind of different audio. Oops, don't touch it, it makes a noise. Different audio setup and everything. And then also was just talking about these bass necks that I'm working on. Yeah. And really just kind of a troubleshooting, the live test of stuff. Mike says, your first setting was perfect, but now not so. Hard to tell which side. Now I'm getting lag and jitters. Okay, well, I went back. Dave says, if you want to test another time, get a hold of me. I might take you up on that, Dave, because, yeah. Robert says, I got one of those last Crimson guitar kits a couple years ago. Took a few months to get it. Thinking about getting it out, cutting the body shape, and seeing what I can do with it. You should, Robert. Go for it. If you've got all the parts and stuff, have at it. Yeah, it's such a cool project. I've been thinking about even a kit project. Might be kind of fun. I don't know why, but there's something about it that I just think it'd be fun. Let's see. Mike says 2 yellow and orangish. Okay. Let me see. 2 yellow, orangish. So we're going to go back up here a little bit. How about that? See, it's kind of tricky for me, or challenging, because I could set this stream up and then on my other computer I can open up the live and I can watch it, but I don't know. And while technically I'm watching it on the internet, so it's going through all the stuff, I guess in theory what I'm seeing there would be correct with what you're seeing, but I don't ever know that until we're actually live. True Sound says, I like the new camera. Shows more of the shop. It does. Yeah, I could get up and like do something. I could, sand on this neck that's almost mostly sanded. The only thing as a few of you has mentioned, the only thing I'm not crazy about is a slight fisheye look. So I'm going to probably play with it. I'll probably change a setting on the GoPro for that. But Time Servant says, make a cabinet door out of the play button. That'd be funny. Slice it up. So it says Time Servant says oranges aren't yellow. They're not. Oranges aren't yellow. Why do we call bananas? Why are bananas yellow? Why are they not yellows? I don't know. It's not going there, I guess. But anyway, what have you guys been up to? We took a long time to get to this section. What are you guys working on? How are things going in your neck of the woods? You got any projects in the works? I think Robert needs to do a kit guitar. That's what I think. Cheers, everyone. That coffee is super good this morning. Yeah, so working on these 2 bass necks. It's kind of bass neck factory around here. It was Monday this week. I got all the frets put in. My hands are still sore because I always get those tiny little cuts from the razor sharp ends of the frets. Always slice me up. There's still a few cuts. So I got those in on both of these necks on Monday. And then yesterday I spent a couple hours. Was it a couple hours? Yeah, probably. Hour and a half anyway. Flushing up the ends of the frets on both necks, which takes quite a time. Really, just because I do it all by hand with a file. And then spent another couple hours sanding on this one. A little bit left to do. And then I gotta start in on the other one, the maple neck. This one I gotta get to sanding today. But it's a little. It'll be a little bit slower today, I guess is what I'm saying, is because we had a little bit of a winter storm come in. We got a little bit of snow, but the schools are closed. So kiddo's home with me today, and I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're making a cake or something a little bit later, but I'm gonna try to get a little bit of sanding done on this, and then probably eat cake. Right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do on a cold snow day? Terry's here. Terry says, hello, Jeff. Terry, good morning. How are you this morning? Right on. It's awesome. Glad you're here. Robert says, necks are looking pretty good. Terry says, hi, all. Rick's about to hang his dust collection arm in the new shop, just waiting for the gate hinges. Yeah, that's really cool, Rick. So Rick's building a big, like a boom arm, kind of a crane jib sort of looking thing, to where I'm guessing, Rick, it's going to do, it's going to swing, be able to swing out and around kind of deal. Which actually is going to be super cool. I think that's a great way to do it. Rick says the camera makes the necks look like I have a bow. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, you're right. There's that fisheye. Yep, you are correct. See, that's the thing, right? Like I tested this, like I said, but I didn't test it like doing everything that I would normally be doing. I tested it in the house, I was in front of it and everything, but I wasn't messing with stuff like that. So some of that stuff you just don't see until you get out here and do it. Here, dudes, stainless steel frets, negatory, just a standard nickel silver, regular frets. Why am I have I'm drawing a blank on that? But no, they're not stainless. Robert says the multi-laminate neck is particularly nice. Yeah, it's just cool. It looks neat. Maple, mahogany, rosewood fretboard, spalted maple fretboard markers. Essentially, both of these are the same, just different materials. This one's solid maple. The other one's maple and mahogany, spalted maple, fretboard markers, and all that. So This is the one for that Epiphone. That'll be going on there very soon. I hope to be on finishing later this week. Maybe it's too cold right now for that. So I think it's supposed to warm up like by Friday. So hopefully I can get to finishing. I hope I can sort of replicate that kind of aged finish on the original neck. We'll see how that turns out. I got to do some testing. Let's see. Senpakin says, should cover the shop. Yeah, that dust arm. Yeah, it's pretty long. Big long arm. Pretty cool. That's a cool way to do it. I got to think about something like that. It would be kind of neat. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah. Next in videos, live stream stuff. Dastardly Dave says the fisheye can work for you if you're showing off large, long stuff. Test both ways. I've used fisheye on live concert stuff. It has its place. It does. I agree with that. Depending on what you're filming, yes. I think right here, yeah, maybe I would rather not have the fisheye. When I look at the preview screen on the GoPro, you can't see the fisheye. But when I jump to the laptop screen, which is like right there, I can see the fisheye a little bit. But I think it depends on what all is in your shot. You know, there's a lot of stuff. It's not there. It's over here. There's like straight lines and things like that. I think you tend to see more of the fisheye. You know, like this, stuff like that. You start to see it a little more. Like it just looks bent. Totally, I totally can see it right there. Just not something I thought about. Where I tested it, just wasn't the same atmosphere. It wasn't the same lighting. Wasn't the same anything. So we'll get there. We'll get there. And thank you all for understanding and helping as I work through that. I really do appreciate that. Senpakin says it's 8 feet. It says make an arm and put the camera on it. My camera is on an arm, but it's a very small arm. It's like a little T-Rex arm. So, but yeah, I've already had to make changes because when I set it up out here, what I thought was going to work, it was too high. Like the camera was up a little bit higher, so in order to switch views, I had to lower it, which I had to just clamp some stuff together. So I already know I'm going to be making some modifications there, some different things. Probably come up with some sort of different arm thing of some sort. Yeah, maybe longer, so then I can move it around more. Yeah. If you remember back when I made that laptop stand that that swings in and out. This was last year. Was it last year or was it this past spring? I can't remember. But yeah, you could go back and find that video. But when I made that, not right after I finished that up, I still had some material left, so I made another little arm thing with specifically for holding a camera. But I'd never really fine-tuned everything, so now that's what I got to do. There's a 1/4-20 mount on there and different places to mount some things, so we'll be making some changes. I probably will make a little bit longer arm for this. Robert says, normally during the live streams I don't get pop-up ads showing. Today I'm getting the ads popping up. Interesting. Says, so far I've had to skip 2 ads. I wonder, I'll have to check that. I wonder if there's a setting that's different when I set this up through the streaming software as opposed to just going in and setting it up on the phone. Because I know it shows different. Like if I set it up on the phone, it says it's set up through mobile. If I set it up through the streaming software, then it specifically says streaming software. So I don't know if there's different settings in there. I haven't dug deep enough, so I will check that out. Rick says, yeah, I've had a couple ads. Interesting. I'll have a look at that. Paul says, YouTube has detected that Jeff has fixed his live stream, so now they can send ads to it because they will show properly. Blame Jeff. Probably. I mean, you can. I probably like unchecked something or checked something that I didn't know I wasn't supposed to check. I probably made a change. We'll see if we can get that figured out. Let's see. Harry Dude asks if you're watching on a phone or computer. Paul says, I use Brave browser. No YouTube ads. I do too, Paul. I like the Brave. And do you use the rewards if you are? I'm just saying, if you use rewards, then Homebuilt Workshop's a verified creator on Brave browser. Is that like shameless plug? Harry Dude says, I use Firefox with uBlock Origin. I like Firefox as well. But when I first found out about Brave, I started using Brave myself. So we've all switched over to Brave here. And I had to get Homebuilt Workshop listed as a verified creator on there. So you could, if you happen to participate in the Brave rewards, you can send a little thanks over there if you care to. No pressure. You don't have to at all whatsoever. Anyway, man, that coffee's good today, guys. I'm excited. I am really excited, even though we've got I think a little bit of fine tuning and some a little bit of troubleshooting and things to work out. I'm excited to have this up and running. It's so cool. I do need to work out maybe some graphics or maybe some sort of different things to put on there. What would be fun? What do you think would be cool to see? When you're on the stream, I really kind of like. Bam! I kind of like that. I just think it looks kind of neat. I can't read it though, so it doesn't do me any good to have it on the screen. But just different things like that. Different graphics and different things. We could pretty much, the sky's the limit right now. We could have we can just do some fun stuff. So I'm gonna be playing around with some different things, just trying to just come up with some stuff. But if there's something that you think would be kind of neat or something, let me know. Like I say, I'm just excited to have different stuff going on. A little bit of a improvement on the live. I've been meaning to do this for a long time. It wasn't until everything got flipped around that forced me to fix it, because I can't have you guys reading backwards text, because that would be annoying as all get out. So I'm just excited to have some of this stuff fixed up. And I'm excited to have that tasty coffee. That's good. Anyway, Tanmay's here. Tanmay says, hello from planet Earth. Haha, finally fixed. Yes, it is. We got it fixed up for now. Got a whole different setup going on here. It's a little bit more complicated, but I like it better. I can do better picture, better audio, better everything. And yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be an improvement for sure. Robert says, I use Firefox. Right on. Heritage says, YouTube just notified me that the stream has started. Good thing I don't rely on YouTube notifications. Oh boy. I wonder if is that some sort of a time zone thing? It can't be, right? It's got to be smarter than that, I would think. Sam Packin says, does this new software allow us to send photos and stuff? No, it does not, Rick. It still has to function. It still operates through the YouTube ecosystem, right? You're still watching it on YouTube, so really none of that has changed. The only thing that has changed really is on my end and how the process and hardware that I use to deliver it to you. For you, nothing has changed, really. Hopefully, other than video and audio quality of the stream overall. So, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, we still can't through YouTube. Again, if you can surely share it in the Facebook group, all that sort of thing. But yeah, on here we can't. I kind of wish you could, but I also understand why you can't as well. So, Time Serpent says reverse text triggers my migraine. Just kidding. Triggers something, because I'm with you. I don't get migraines, but just can't have it. I'd rather, have a setup that takes several minutes to set up or takes longer to set up than have reverse text, because that is so annoying. The fact that I can't fix it, that is the worst part. It's one thing if it's a matter of, oh, I goofed up a setting. Here, let me switch it back. I have no idea how to fix it. Tanmay says, are you using Streamlabs or OBS? is it Streamlabs or OBS? I'm using OBS. Yeah, so far I really like it. This is the first actual live stream that I've done with OBS. Well, yeah, first public live stream, let's say that. I've done quite a few tests and things, but this is the first live public stream that I've done with it. So, and this is going to be the way moving forward. I will probably experiment with a little bit different setups, maybe different cameras, different positioning, different things, but in general, this is going to be my live setup. Yeah, that's the way it's going to be. Tanmay says, the reds are really vibrant. Love the quality. Right on. Awesome. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Earlier on, I did make some tiny corrections to the color, but yeah, to me, on the preview monitor, it may just be the computer. It looks like I'm a little bit red yet, but when I adjusted it the other way, then it got too off, so I went back some. So again, I welcome feedback. If you guys think that I'm looking too red, too yellow, too purple, whatever, let me know, because like I said, I want your feedback to help me adjust this so that it looks the best for you guys. Rick says, okay, all that is better. Oh, right on. Time Servant says, now I can't make you read words spelled backwards. It's just not as funny. I mean, you could still do it. You know, well, it'll be like an inside joke, like a throwback to, hey, remember when, we spent 2 months or whatever with the stream reversed? And only those of us that have been around through that time in history will get it. It's like an inside joke. Sam Packin says, our settings on our laptops will affect what we see. Everyone's view might be different. You're absolutely right, Rick. And that's just why I ask for feedback. If I hear the same thing from several, then maybe we're onto something. I totally get that one, one here, one there may not be a great representation, but at least it gives me an idea of kind of what to think about, some things to think about. Another thing I want to do is work out some lighting, probably do some different stuff in here. I just want to optimize it a little bit better. I got to be mindful though, I got to be careful about how many different things I set up in here. This is not a TV studio, a video studio necessarily. I mean, it is because I'm always filming video. It's not a live stream studio, that's what I should say, because this is, although it's tiny, it's a working shop. And my goal is to work on things, build things in here. So I can't just have giant lights and stuff all over the place. But there are a few things that I would like to do, some things that don't take up a lot of space. And just some different improvements that I would like to make. So it's all in time, all going to happen a little bit here, a little there, and we'll just chip away at it. But I think a light right here I think would be kind of nice on this side. Just a little. Well, actually this side looks lit more. I don't know. Actually, it's not terrible, but it looks a little dark on this side, which is weird because there's a window right here. Anyway, whatever. Let's see. Time Servant says, Craftsman logo looks crooked. Maybe we should put a piece of tape on it. Dang it. You're going to find something, huh? I already crunched the piece of tape. It is crooked. Did I pull it off? When I peeled the tape off, did it break I think it broke the plastic thing. I didn't even notice that. I want to leave it like that just to mess with you. It'll drive me nuts here in a minute too, but you're absolutely correct. I think when I pulled the tape, it broke the little plastic thing. It wasn't even super strong tape. Darn it. They just don't make things like they used to, do they? Oh, let's see. Robert says, I would not mess with too much the color. Just match the screen on our end. What we see. Gotcha. Tanmay says, I'd look into LUTs. It's basically color grading presets. Finding about it was truly transforming when I used to stream. Yeah, I haven't gotten a whole lot into it. I'm familiar with it, but I like the different camera LUTs and things. I haven't dug into that, so I welcome any feedback on that. It says, Tanmay says, all you need is 3-point basic lighting. Yeah, I agree. And I've got I've got, well, except the light right here is basically coming straight on, because usually I'm standing over here a little bit, kind of in front of this table. Actually, you can just barely see. Oh yeah, you can see. Like there's my neck carving buck. But I'm usually standing right in front of this table. So I've got this camera is going to be off to the side, or this light. And then this other light is over here. And then I've got this one overhead, which is positioned intentionally just behind me so that it shines down kind of on the back of my head. Gives you this kind of light here. So that's kind of my very simple 3-point lighting. But for the live streams, I think I want to add a little something here. Just because I don't, I've got everything in here mainly set up for when I'm actually filming, not for live streaming, and I want to get it set up a little bit more for live streaming. So I think just some little LED panels, maybe one is all I need, or 2, and we'll get there. We'll get some of that set up eventually. Like I said, I'm just happy right now. I'm like really excited that this is working and everything seems to be going well, other than the little technical difficulty at the very beginning, just because everything froze and needed updates and all that. But I heard it says a ring light. I'm not a fan of those for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, you could put one right here, right over the camera. Sometimes I think it can look good. Sometimes I don't know. I'm not against it. Tanmay says, just kidding, but please don't turn into those RGB light heavy YouTubers. I love that your natural and genuine vibes. Yeah, I'm not big. Like some of them, I'm not going to lie, some of them does look pretty cool, right? With the different LEDs and stuff like that. But I do like we're just in the shop, right? How many times do you walk into somebody's workshop and it's all RGB'd, flashing, red, green? It's just, that is not my vibe, especially if we're going to do this in a workshop. And, like I said, I don't mind a little accent light here or there, but I definitely will not add a whole bunch of LEDs, colored LEDs, just to make it do some weird stuff. I think for this environment, I definitely want to keep it like it is. I just want to make it better, make what it is better. Hope that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not going to add, a whole bunch of different colors and make the whole background is going to be lit in red LEDs. Although I think it could be cool. I turn off all the lights, everything's lit up in red back here, and then my face is just me is lit up by normal lights. Yeah, it could look cool. But to me, that's not the workshop vibe. Yeah, so we're just going to keep it like this is it. This is my shop, right? I'm not disguising it. It's a mess. There's a mess here because this is a working shop and I'm working on things. I'm building guitars and building other things and, just trying to do what I can. So yeah, don't worry. We're not going to go all crazy. Now, if I did something like that inside, I get it. That's totally different, right? Maybe at the computer inside, if I ever streamed from sitting in there, totally different. But for the workshop setting, yeah, we're going to just keep normal lights, normal lighting, and just want to make it look the best I can. Let's see. Senpakin says, can you split the screen and maybe have a special guest? Potvin Guitars, we'll get Mike on here. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. I believe you can. Have I done that yet? No. But I think you can. I think you can do, you can have different sources. There's like a bazillion different sources you can add, and we can do some stuff like that. That would be cool. That'd be something really fun to do at some point. Harry Dude says, I agree with Tanmay. Yes, don't worry. We're not gonna get everything all LED'd out. Unless it's just normal white, regular LEDs, just lighting, normal lighting. We're not gonna get all wild with it. Like I said, I think it's got its place and I think it can look cool depending on, the setting and all that sort of thing. But for here in the shop, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. Don't worry. Robert says, maybe just add a reflector on your right side to fill the light. Maybe. But see, the thing is, the reason I never really put a light there is because there's a window. And I always get light coming in from the window. But apparently right now that's not enough. I don't know if it's because it's a little bit overcast. The sun's not directly shining, but I do believe that a light there would make a big difference. You know what? Where is that thing? I've got a big bright light around here somewhere. What did I do with it? I was going to play around. Oh, there it is. Can I reach it? Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. I got to remember I'm connected to a wire here. This will give me an idea. I got this thing for Christmas. Look at this thing. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it'll blind you. It's got a whole bunch of different light settings, but I'm not going to shine it at me because it's absolutely too bright. So I'm going to turn it on. Weird shadows, too bright. Too bright. Oh, maybe the battery's dying. Maybe that's why. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, the battery's almost dead. It only has 2 settings now. Anyway, again, I'm just playing around with stuff. Just trying to figure things out. And I definitely appreciate all of you kind of playing along as I play around. Let's see. Paul says, put lots of purple LEDs in memory of Hendrix. Rename the lives to purple lives in my, or lives in my shop? Lives in my shop? Yeah. No, I'm not going to. like I said, there's applications where absolutely, stage type music performances, different things, workshop stuff, no. True Sound says, it's a shop. Use shop lights. Yeah, that's what I got. I got shop lights. Tanmay says, so many great ideas today. Don't feel overwhelmed. Life's all about the process. Tanmay, you know what? Thank you for saying that, because you're absolutely right. It is a process. And you know what? I love the process. You guys, I'm sure you know that. I just love, I love learning new things, trying new things, figuring things out. And that's what this is going to be too. This is going to be just like, learning to make a guitar neck, right? There's just things that I've got to figure out as we go. And I'm kind of the mindset that there's no better way to really, truly figure it out than to jump in and just figure it out live. Not just in the live stream aspect, right? You can practice a song on your guitar, little Phil. You can practice a song over and over with your band. You can practice it at home. You can practice it at practice. You can practice it and practice and practice and practice. But the way I see it, the way it works for me, you just don't know until you get out there and you play it in front of people. Like that's just what you have to do. You just got to get out there and do it. You got to, I don't know how a certain process is going to go. If I'm learning a new technique, I don't really know how that's going to go. I will do my homework. I will try to understand as much as I can understand, but there comes a point when you just got to jump, right? You just got to do it. You just got to jump in, try the thing out, whatever it is. It doesn't have to just be, I don't know, playing music or something, but building a guitar, building an instrument, building absolutely anything. There comes a point in life when just about every single thing, you just got to jump. You just got to do it. And it's only then, I think, that we really are able to fine-tune stuff. So I don't know if that kind of got a little deeper than I was intending, but I believe it's true, right? And this is the same thing. We just got to do it. We just got to go for it. So, yeah. So Tanmay, thank you. Yeah, it's a process. And I don't want you guys to ever feel, if you're experiencing something weird, something's wonky, let me know. And if you don't want to put it here in a comment or something, send me an email or a DM or something. But I appreciate all the feedback, honestly, good as well as bad, because if there's something bad that's going on and I don't know about it, I can't fix it, right? So, I mean, as long as we're respectful, you guys know, there's a right way and a wrong way to present different types of feedback. So, anyway. Let's see. Time Surfing says there's cloth projection screens. Maybe use one as a curtain. Yes, I've seen those. There's so many things. There's so many things. Rick says the lighting looks just fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, but I think it's not broke. I agree. It's not broke. But I think it could be maybe a little bit brighter in certain areas. Of course, I am wearing all black, but I feel like it could be brightened up. What I'm seeing on the camera doesn't look bad. Again, it's not translating exactly, but I just want to try to improve what I can. Sent back and says, this ain't Hollywood. You are absolutely right. Harry Dude says you can use baking paper as a diffuser. Yeah, parchment paper. I've used that before. Is that what you call it in Australia? It's not parchment paper, it's baking paper? And that's an honest question too. Not poking fun or anything. So yeah, I'm legitimately curious. Is it baking paper? Because we call it parchment paper, which maybe it's called baking paper as well. I don't know. Mike says Jeff's getting an Oscar. True Sound says just ordered a green screen. It's going to be really cool. That it will be really cool. And you know what you could do? Wear your green suit on the green screen. Remember that green suit? It was bad. Robert says, yep, that's correct. It's okay to have a slight shadow on your face. It's not strong enough to matter. Okay, right on. Appreciate that. Maybe I'm worrying more about it than I need to. Time Servant says projector screens have silver backing. Tanman says, I love that coffee container. Does it stay hot for a while? It does. It actually does. This is, of course, not sponsored or anything, but I'll see if I can find a link and share a link. It's a Stanley. Look I can show you that. And the words now are correct. It's not backwards. This is a Stanley. I've had this thing literally probably for 13 years, 14 years, something like that. It's super cool. It works really well. It doesn't keep it super hot like for an entire day. But if I fill it up with when the coffee is nice and fresh, say at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I could still take a drink and it's not cold. It's not scorching hot by then, but absolutely all morning, it'll keep this thing perfectly hot. For quite a few hours. I would say maybe 8 hours, maybe a little bit more. Of course, it depends. The more you drink it down, the quicker it cools off. But yeah, this thing is great. It's got a little button here, that releases the thing on the top, so you can actually drink. So it's spill proof. If I push the button right now, my coffee will pour out. But super cool. I got this mainly, I think I got it for, I don't know, Christmas or my birthday or something. A long time ago, somebody gave it to me. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. No, that was my thermos. I don't remember where this came from. But anyway, yeah, I've just been using it. It works great. True Sound says, I agree. Jump right into it. Yeah, just go for it. I mean, you got to learn a certain amount, right? And but it comes a point where you just got to jump, like Van Halen said. See what I did there? Here it is. Says baking paper used for making biscuits in the oven. Never heard it called parchment paper. Interesting. Yeah, that's like the same stuff. At least, yeah. When I'm making biscuits, which I'm gonna be making sometime this week, I think, biscuits and gravy. You pull out this paper and you put it on your pan and you throw your biscuit stuff on top, and yeah, parchment paper, which is baking paper. Interesting. Isn't that crazy? How different, like we all have different words for the same thing. I'm certain that it's the same stuff. It's got to be. Time Serpent says, all this time I thought it was Yell said. Stanley, who'd have thunk? Yeah, see? The backwards word thing, that's now going to be the inside joke, like the remember when kind of thing, the throwback. True Sound says, yep, I still have the suit. Oh. That was so funny. Step back and says, well, gotta run. Things to do here. Celebrate your day, everyone. Great production, Jeff. Right on, Rick. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Get to work on that dust collection arm. Yeah, I gotta do some sanding and stuff around here, but right now I'm just I'm enjoying this setup. I really am, even though it's just the beginning. I'm really liking it. So right on, Rick. Have a good day. Tanmay says, "Are you using a lav mic?" Yes, I am. That's right. That's right here. So that's what I'm using right at the moment. I'll probably switch back and forth with different setups for that too. I have the DJI wireless system. I'll probably use that from time to time. I almost used that today, but I did test this specifically yesterday. I didn't test the other one, so I know this one was working. Last week I was reporting issues with the audio. What I had to do, I had to get a TRS to TRRS adapter. So apparently the input on the laptop, it's a 1/8 inch TRRS. I thought it was a TRS. I didn't realize that it was a TRRS, whatever, that combo jack or whatever. So I was plugging in a TRS and something wasn't right. It wasn't working. So I had to get, once I got the adapter, plugged in the microphone, which is a TRS, that adapted it to the TRRS and everything works fine. Did I confuse you? Harry Dude says, also used to use baking paper as tracing paper when I was a kid. I remember something about that. We also had one, so, oh, here's another one, Harry Dude. Maybe this is different. So we have what we call parchment paper, which I would imagine is the baking paper. But we also have a wax paper. Wax paper, I don't believe you bake. Like you use that to like put out on and like put things on. I don't think you bake it. I could be wrong on that. I don't recall ever baking it. But it's like a paper with a wax on it. And then of course your foil. But I'm almost positive your baking paper is our parchment paper. I can't imagine it's a wax paper because I honestly don't think you bake the wax paper. But I don't know. I'm not a chef. Could be wrong on that. But I remember something like that as well. Using something as a tracing paper. But the parchment paper that we have is too thick. Maybe it was a thinner parchment paper. I don't know. Oh, let's see. Robert says, I have a similar thermos, but it has a different top and a small spout on top with a screw on cover. I was drinking a hot drink out of it the other night, left the spout open, and even after an hour, it was still hot enough to be uncomfortable. So I have two different ones. So this one is my main one that I drink out of, but I haven't used it in quite a few years. But when I was working in town outside of the shop here, I would fill this in the morning, and then I would fill a giant thermos, like an actual thermos brand. So this is a Stanley. It's not technically a thermos brand, but I had this giant thermos. So I would pack this thermos, which was about 2.5 of these, plus this, which equals a whole cup of coffee or a whole pot of coffee. So I would drink this, and then I would refill it from my giant thermos. That thermos would keep it hot. It would literally keep it hot all day long. And every single time when I would pour it into there, steam would just be pouring off. So yeah, it worked. Both of them are awesome. Tanmay says, we used to call it butter paper. Interesting. Oh, is it like the same stuff butter's wrapped in? That's just cool. I love learning about like the different nuances, I guess, of different parts of the world. You know, that's just, to me, that's just cool. And I enjoy when you guys share about different things from different areas, different countries, all that sort of stuff. And it's just cool. I appreciate that. Oh, I had to make some. Hang on. I had to make a whole bunch more. Not a whole bunch more. A couple more of these radius blocks. These base necks that I'm working on have a 9.5 inch radius. And I had to print. I only had one that was already made, so I had to print a few more of these radius blocks so that I don't have to change sanding grits. That's one way that I try to be more efficient. When you're sanding the radius, it takes time, and a lot of times you're not done with the sandpaper. So like you sand for the first grit, you got to peel it off, stick on new sandpaper, And to me, that's just wasteful. So I like to have several different ones. So I just print more. And that way, it's harder to store because you end up with a bunch. But when you're actually working on a guitar, I think that is a great way to gain some efficiency. Let's see. Tanmay says, thanks for the stream. Got to get my day started. Love the setup. Catch you later. Right on, Tanmay. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we're going to continue. Looking forward to implementing some more improvements and stuff like that. I'm going to look at different lenses too for the GoPro. See what all you can get. I don't know. I know you can get different lenses, but I'll check into that. And Paul's got to go as well. Paul says, glad to have the old Jeff back, even though he's no longer right. Paul. Anyway. Right on. Yeah, I probably ought to wrap this up too. Tanmay says, got to finish 40 college algebra problems today. Oh boy, Tanmay. I wish you the best of luck. You got this. Me, not so much. It would be a challenge for me to get through, but you can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. So anyway, yeah, I guess I'm going to wrap this up too. Got to go check in with the kiddo. They since they got a snow day, they actually, instead of just being a full snow day, they have like work that they have to do today. So that way, even though it's a snow day, they don't have to count it as a snow day because they've had quite a few snow days this year, and they're almost at the point where they have to add a couple days to the calendar. So instead of doing that, they're doing work from home kind of thing. I don't know, a couple hour or two of work, and you get the rest of the day off. It's a pretty good deal to me. So I got to get in there and check on her, see how things are going. Harry Dude says, cheers, everyone. Got to go. Just finished up on site. Time to get myself home. Right on, Harry Dude. And safe travels home. And yeah, glad you could tune in. Time Servant says, print enough sanding blocks you can store them in a Jenga tower. That would be kind of cool. I got quite a few already printed. I probably have, I don't know, 15? Something like that. That would be kind of neat. Robert says, Tanmay, have a good one. Right on. You guys, like I said, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for bearing with me through the technical issues and as we work to improve the live streams. But with the first successful stream under our belts, I'm confident that this is going to work out. It's going to be cool. And yeah, we got nowhere to go but up. Actually, we're not even that far down, honestly. But still, our text is going the right way. We've got a lot of added capabilities now, and it's just going to be cool. So as I work out a few little details here and there, some different things, it's going to be awesome. So thank you guys for all coming along with me. I really appreciate your help, your feedback, and just hanging out. Always great. So thank you. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up. We're getting out of here. I'm going to check in with the kiddo, maybe do a little sanding, and then, I don't know, make a cake or something. Doesn't that sound good? Cake on a snowy day? Anyway, guys, Robert says, algebra never made sense. Have a good one. Time Surfing says, good show. Left-handed Jeff? Yes, I am left-handed now. Robert says, everyone have a good one. Stay safe and healthy. You guys do the same. I'm going to get out of here. You guys stay safe. Stay well. Hope you get some chance to get out and work on some things. Play your guitar or your instrument. Learn something new. Try something new. And just have an awesome week. Stay safe. Stay well. How do I end this stream? I haven't even figured that out yet. Well, this is going to be fun. Remember the button that I always have to fight with? This ought to be interesting. Anyway, guys, thank you. I appreciate you as I now find how to end this. Oh, there we go. I found the button. Awesome. You guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. Okay, we can do that. I'm cool with that. No longer be live. Am I doing this right? It says not yet or end. Let's just end.